So welcome to Body's Designs. I just thought I was just about to glue the lid on my huge book, and so I thought I would just record it as I did it. So welcome to Body's Designs. This is a live stream, impromptu, recorded for Ustream.tv and also YouTube for people to watch at their leisure. I managed to pick this up at somewhere for £1 or £2, but I think it's kind of like industrial strength. So this is just that ordinary cardboard, and I might decide oopsie, this is going to be a bit tricky. Just thought, oopsie, that it would kind of go on there. Whoa. The worst it does, that can be the back. So that one's on. Oh, I couldn't flip it over. And you see that that's one now. Garlic gumdrops. It's not easy working big. But I just thought I would have a play. I'm not going to stick the bottom down. I don't think. So all I did was stuck this one down. It's very sticky, this. It's, I would maybe think it was like industrial carpet tape or something like that, double-sided. It's very, very thick and quite sticky. So hopefully, that should be better. Sorry about that. I've got echo. Right. So kind of I thought if I did that I would hold it down, because I thought about a glue gun, then I thought, well, either it won't stick with PVA glue or it will be so bad that it just will never stick. Then I thought it might melt if it was a glue gun, so in the end I decided to just go around the edges with some good old-fashioned double-sided sticky tape. And as I say, you know, it is quite as strong one as this one. And then so the one thing you've got to kind of do a bit is to get it is to get this down. So it's definitely sticking. And then I've used the PVA glue. Oopsie. Oh, it doesn't like that. Oopsie. I'm streaming, Dad's there. Come on. Is she alright? And I tried to ring the back and it's gone straight to voicemail. Katrina? Yeah. Dad! No idea. I'm a bit worried. Shut the door. I've tried to ring her back. She's going to say to Amy.
And it's gone straight to voicemail. Is she alright?
Right, sorry about that. See if I can get going. Squidgy, 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 squidgy. Oops, I didn't do that because I thought it would be a waste of time.
Shall I ring Grandma? I'm a bit scared now. She's alright.
Right. Oh gosh. Handies. And then trusty scraper. Love trusty scraper. Trusty scraper. And it's never going to be perfect because it's made with junky boxes and junky paper and wallpaper liner that I'm not going to use, although I have made a couple of sketchbooks before, so that's why I bought it. So we want this one off. So I just thought I'd record this because it's it might only be a one-off. It's large of huge is this, and it made me quite poorly, so I'm hoping it's going to last me a while. So we just have to. The thing is, you never have any pretty nails when you do this. You don't have any pretty nails. I'm not sticking the back down because I might want to rejiggle it. And the beauty of this is, now I quite like something in there. But, see, it's quite sticky. So I kind of liked it. See. No, do it here. Luckily, because it's a plastic, I can do this. I have to turn it round. It's humongous. So let's see if we can get this straight onto there. As in, so what we could do with it is stuck. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. How we doing? That's fine. Hopefully that should be okay. So what we have is we have a large bag. We have a large bag. So let's spread it that side. So that's so just bear with me a second.
Yeah, my bad, Amy.
Shh. Right. Let's have a look. So Right, so that is my huge small sketchbook. And these all move about, which is not going to bother me very much. I think I might just do that. So I've got this to tuck in, and I actually don't like the pink. I like it, but I prefer it without. I rephrase that. So I'm actually going to put some of that same stickiness behind there. And that's going to give me, the only thing is I can't do that in here. So could I just ask to take that in the kitchen, please, Amy? Please. Thank you. Just pop it on the kitchen table, darling. Thank you. So what I'm going to do is, I think I want to get, right, so what I need to do is to put this sticky here all the way down there. Right, so put that one there. And I could cut this bit off. Right, so we've got that bit there. I've got an extra bit which I will use at some other date. And then we have this bit here. Long scissors are good so that you can cut it in one, actually a lot easier. Right. So put, see that there. And put this across here like this, and that makes that just a bit better. Right, so put on your folder. You need a bow folder. Because if you don't, it won't stick to anything. So let's push this over here. Right, put that over there. So I really want it right, oopsie. I'll just put that on there. And then we'll get rid of that first, then I'll worry about the flappy bit first. It's this little wedge that I wanted straight, really. So let me pull this one off. I mean, this is just a very rough, it's made out of junk, but I just thought it would, again, I thought it would do what I wanted it to do, which is just stick over there. So you can do the next bit if we want, but not really that material now, because that's it. It was never going to be so easy because it was a bag. It was a bag. It wasn't what it was used for. So I can put that on there. some more. I need to put something over the top of this. Oops, so scissors. Come out, wherever you are. I can never find scissors. Oh, hi Kenny. Yes, I can add more papers if I want to. It's held on. I've had to rejiggle it because it's held on with string. So welcome to Bunny's Designs. I was doing quite well until I lost my scissors. On the floor. So I threaded it twice, and then I thought, oh, I can't thread it again. So I threaded it twice, but I've threaded it with string, really, really rough string. But as again, you know, it's just a sketchbook. It might have some nice paper in. The paper could be removed and other things put in. So if you ever get where you've got to put some sticky over another, just pull one back and let the other one drop down. And it'll do exactly what you want it to do then. So we'll peel that one off. Peel that one off. Peel that one off. And the bigger the sticky, the worse it is to peel off. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. So I actually quite like the idea of getting it quite neat if I can. So this is going to be covered up. I just wanted to get a little bit of a neatness on. Come on. Oopsie. Really sticky stuff. Really sticky stuff. Which is quite nice because it's really sticky. Really sticky. I think it's carpet sticky stuff. I bought it at a car boot many years ago for £1, and he had about 10. And you know when you think shoulda and you didn't. That is one of shouldas that, you know. This is such good for making books, sticking things down that you don't want to move. So, I can have a guided tour in a moment. So, I really like that top. Sorry. It's a bit big. It's the size of a shopping bag. So, this is my small sketchbook. Now, it will actually just lift. It reminds me of the wallpaper. When you were a child, you went to choose wallpaper. You never saw it in a shop. It all came ordered. And my mum used to sell it in her shop. And we used to have wallpaper catalogues. And they're this size. Oh, sorry, is it? It's because... Is that any better? It's because it's knocked. I think it's knocked the internet off. So that will be covered. I even could put that over it if I wanted. I've only done one side. Oops, glued that one. I haven't stuck these in. I suppose I could do that, then it's in. And it's done with string. I decided to thread it with string. And I couldn't put it really tight. My hands were quite bad. I couldn't get it really tight. Well, I've got this out. Oh, hi Sandy, welcome to Bunny's Designs. I just thought I would stick this in here. just peel this off, and then I can stick that back on there. And what I want to do is I actually want to get that pink frame off. Just don't want that pink frame on. And actually, because that's plastic, it's going to hold that on quite well. I'm hoping this is going to last me. Any that stick over, you can always tuck it in. That's the best bit. Whoops, you can sometimes. And then just kind of go for it. Actually, that's straightened up the back, the front quite nicely. So I just thought I would show how I'm sticking together my little and it is a bit huge, this, I have to say. So a word of warning, the bigger they are, the harder they are to make. That's all I'm saying. But two things. One is nobody else has got one like mine, and the other one is I'm going to quite enjoy playing in it. So it should last me a fair bit. Pieces. So I can put a nice piece. Oh, I've got a kink in that now. How on earth did I manage that? Just see if I can kink that out. It was fine. I shall have to make that the back. I've got a bit of a kink on that side. Oops. But I'll make that the front. So I could stick the first page if I wanted. I might just do something else on there. And that's what it looks like. So it's probably the size of those old wallpaper and I'm going to trim the ends purely because they do stick out now. They do stick out now. So I need to trim the ends just to neaten it up a little bit. I've got a terrible kink in that. I'm not strong enough to kink it out, but it'll be fine. It's made out of junk. But the beauty of this is, oopsie, you can wallpaper, but then every page is flat. and that's because of the stitching, or lack of stitching. And they are a bit loose, but they're not going anywhere, and most of them are going to be really nice to work on. And if I want to take one out, I can. If I want to add some more in, I can. So I'm quite happy with my huge book. And I have brown paper. I probably put some more brown paper in, I think. Pretty sure I'm going to fill it up with brown paper. Because I want to do a lot of those butterflies. So hopefully that will be better. Is the sound no better? Ooh, mouse. Mouse. Oh, that's...
Is that any better at all? Oh, thank you, Kenny. Thank you. Is the sound any better, do we think? Or is it still pants? It's probably still pants. So I'll put all my clips away now. I actually managed to put my hand in front of me and get something out and use it and put it back. I did use quite a lot of clips to hold. So my room is almost sorted, but not quite. It's a long way to go yet. So I probably will put beads up here, but I have ruined my nails. I've ruined my nails. It's ruined my nails. So it's a pretty big girl. It's not a baby, but that's really nice expanse to kind of loll over. If you wanted to loll, it's 16, so that's 32 across by 12. So I thought you could do some quite nice oh, is that much better? Oh, that's good. So on here I've left some little tails. I could go into my button box. Whoopsie! I could go into my button box. Or my bead box. I've got two boxes of jewellery, buckles. Oh, these would be nice. These are huge. These would be nice. These are from a piece of jewellery. Silver would be nice. Silver would be nice. I liked the ivory and cream in the other one. Oh, I think silver's nice, so I've looked in that one. What have I got in that one? Oh, no, that's sequins. That's no good. It's tiny sequins. So in the button box, we could either go wood. Oh, gosh, look at these. Oh, look at these. I'll drop the camera. We can have a look in the button box. I'm always like a child when I go in the button box. I'm like a child. Oh, look at these. These are huge. I'd forgotten about these. This is from an old necklace. These are very similar to the ones I used on the other one. Look at that. All sorts of goodies. See, I don't play in here anymore. These are gorgeous. These are green. I might make my daughter one. I like them when they're glass, chunky. Got some plastic ones. Oh my goodness, look at the size of these. These are gorgeous. Wooden ones. Oh my, like a child. Oh, and I've got these kind of pinky ones. These would be gorgeous. And they clunk together. I'm just a bit of a sad girl when it comes to clunking, I have to say. Oh, some big white ones. Yeah, I think they're mother of pearl. Oh, these are pretty as well, these are pretty. So, one or two things in that one, and then this is the button. One of the button drawers. My mum had, in the 50s, giant buttons. Little shirt buttons. I used to go around, before we had jumble sales and charity shops, we used to have, before we had car boots, we used to have jumble sales. And I used to go around collecting buttons, and the best thing to do was go around a jumble sale, and you get all proper mother of pearl, proper little tiny buttons. So I have one or two of those. I have some bigger ones, giant buttons, red buttons. They would be quite nice. There's something magical about a button box. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to do a button though. I think I've got my heart set. Some nice black buttons though. Some really nice black buttons. A lot of them are 1940s. They're my mum's those. Sorry, rattle. I think it's either in this one. So I've got 14 signatures, so I need 14. So I've got some pretty little brass ones. They're quite heavy. I like the silver because of the front. Decisions. So I've got probably 14 silver, or I could use these. Or black and white and silver. There's all these kind of sparkly ones, but I think these are a bit more modern. Those are pretty, those little beads. Need something with weight. The wooden beads are really pretty, but I like those when I use a natural one. I think I like the silver ones. Look at these are gorgeous. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I've got 14 of those. So I could have all silver ones because it is white. Or pink beads. I've got some pink beads. They're very, very light, are those. Oh, they're quite nice. They're wooden beads as well. Oh, I've forgotten about these. These were on an old wooden belt. And when I took it to bits, I just got oh, these are the beads. All these beads were all together on the old-fashioned 70s wooden belts that were all threaded with beads. These would be heavy enough. I'm not sure the little beads would be. These would be heavy enough. Just to go in the metal one. Not sure whether to do. I think I like these. Let's see how many I've got. There's the little brown ones. Or there's these. Let me have a look. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 10 of those. They're not quite heavy enough. And this was a lovely a necklace that I took to bits as well. These are pretty glass beads. but I could alternate them with something else. These are quite pretty, these. I like these. But I think they would look quite nice. I'm thinking that this is like the butterfly. I'm quite tempted with the silver though. Really tempted with the silver. So I've got 10 of those, but I think the silver would look quite nice. But of course, what weight is that going to add to this book? Just a bit. Old necklaces. Oh, this is one that I had. I have a lot of these somewhere. Let's see if we can find these red ones. Because I have a lot of those, and I really like those. It was a bracelet, and they're threaded, so it's quite nice. Oh, did you have a belt line? Yes, I'm sure we all had at some time or another. There's all sorts of broken bits. But I can't remember where all these are. These should be somewhere, these little red ones. Oh, these are pretty as well. But a bit more modern. And then I had a spate of just going around all these jewellery, charity shops, buying proper glass beads. But some of these beads are really expensive. If you go to a shop, I like the crystal ones. Actually, I do like those because they're small, but they're quite heavy because they're crystal. These might be quite pretty. Let's see how many I've got. And they're glass because they clunk together. These are very pretty. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 7. There's a little roses there, not actually a bead. Oh, I wonder if these would fit. These are pretty. I don't know where this has come from. Because they will match the front. There's like a little rose in there, so it actually matches the pink rose on the front. So I think I'm going to take this to bits. So I should have a little tiny... those in there for a second. I had a little tiny pair of scissors. If not, I will have to use my huge scissors. And I would have liked to have tried to cut. Oh, this is pretty. That's a pretty one. I think I'm just going to have to go for it and be kind of ruthless. The beads are kind of soft, but it's the glass beads that I want. The pink beads are not as heavy, but the glass beads are really pretty. They're going to just hang, because they're glass, they just have that bit of weight, and they make perfect I can't think of the word. There's another one. They make perfect bookmarks for a pretty journal. I've got 1 or 2 in mine. But these have got really pretty flowers, and there's going to be about the right amount. But this has a very tiny pink rose inside. So it's really pretty. And of course, I'm pretty sure that that rose on the front of this bag is pink. So that's a little job that I've been meaning to do for a while. I'm just like a kid when I get back in the button box. When I used to go stay with the great aunt, the treat was to go play in her button box. That's all I ever wanted to do, is just go sort. Couldn't take any home, just wanted to play in the button box. I had a very sad childhood. So let's count how many we've got. We've got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I couldn't have done that. I need 14. That's amazing. That was so amazing. I've got 14 and I wanted 14. So the button boxes can go away. Oopsie. I would have liked the silver, but it probably would have been just a little bit too much. So all these beads are going to so match being in there. And I had this thread. Where did I put the thread? I lost the thread. Oh, no, it's fine, done. I don't know what I've done with it. It's the pink. It's the pink crochet thread that I originally threaded this with. I think it's in that drawer. I think it's in a drawer just around there. So I will attach onto here, onto this knot, I'll attach, I've got some pink. And I say, I don't mind the back being pink. I don't mind the back being pink. That's what it looks like underneath. Or it could be the top. I think I'm going to trim these. I think I might just trim them up a bit. Just so it looks a little bit neater. And I do want a nice closure, but at the moment I've just got a pair of handles. And it actually stands up a bit better now. It was a bit floppy, but I'm going to put another piece of card, I think. Whoopsie, sorry. Whoops. I'm going to put another piece of card on it. And it sits up like this until I do this with it. And then when I push it down, whoopsie, if I push it down, the entire thing goes flat. So I think tomorrow, yeah, I'm going to have to trim these off a bit, I think. I like the fact that they are torn, but they're just a bit too scruffy. So that's my little sketchbook. At least I can manoeuvre it about, and it's not going anywhere. It's got that double-sided sticky tape on it. Put a nice backing on it. And what I can do is, I can take all these out if I want to. And it's easy to restring. That's another reason why. I can put watercolour in if I want. I can put watercolour paper. I can put paper liner. I can put. I wonder if I could put the butterflies in there. If I could put the butterflies. Because they were the inspiration. To start with, they were the inspiration. And it's the same brown paper. It's the exact same brown paper. But it means I don't have to struggle quite so much now. And this is quite nice and soft. And then this one's a bit rougher. This is the really thick. I think that's 1,500 for and then this one's 1,000, so it's a bit thinner, and I couldn't find any real thin at all, but it's going to be great fun working in that. Alfie, come here, darling. Alfie, come here. Good boy. So thanks for watching, guys. I do need a nice closure. If I had a big handbag, I think there'd be a nice handbag closure. A brass swing clasp would be nice. The only one I've seen it on is a Louis Vuitton. So I'm not going to buy a Louis Vuitton to cut it up for the clasp. But that should be fun. And there is, I mean, if you were doing it as a junk journal to put things in it, you know, this where the spine's at, there's plenty of room in there. So there's a lot of room in there. So I'm quite pleased with my little book, and I love the cover. I love the cover. And I shall make my, I just don't know where the string is. This string is too ugly for that, really. Oh, hi Jane, hi May. I was just having a bit of a play in my little sketchbook that I've just finished. I've kinked the back. I'm cross with myself. My hands were getting tired, and I kinked the back, but I might be able to ask my husband to swizzle it out. But the front cover went on perfectly alright, and then the back one I kinked it. So that's what to do with the shopping bag. So the shopping bag was £2.50, and the wallpaper and the roll of brown paper, I've been using it for years for different things. But the wallpaper, the expensive one was a £5, but I haven't used all of it. Most of them were about £1 and £2. I'm just going to go, oh, I've got some thread here, look. Oh, this might actually work, because, so this was what I threaded to start with, and I really knew it's like a crochet cotton, and you can't break it with your fingers. So I think if I have that as the top, this is the bit without the string. But I can actually swizzle them. I can turn them round. I don't have to, in fact, I don't have to have the string showing at all. So all we do is we open it up. And we have to do this really carefully, because, you know, so open it up and we pull this round. We pull this round. So I think that's going to be quite flat. Oopsie. And then we're going to pull this round this one, if we don't want any string showing at all. And because it's so big, I don't think it's going to make the slightest bit of difference having that there. So you've got big gaps here if you wanted to, you know, make this a junk journal or a mixed media journal. This, I haven't decided what I'm going to use in here, so definitely black and white, but probably acrylics, poster paint, anything else I can get anything else that needs using up, really. So if you do it carefully, it's going to work really well. So that one's got turned round a bit. And if we do this, oops, keep the thread away. I could have actually tipped them the other way. hi May, welcome to Bunny's Designs. I mean, some of these papers, one or two of them are creased, one of the two of them aren't cut straight, so I'll end up kind of moving them about a bit. But it's made with string and paper liner, so nothing's precious. Some of them is a bit creased. So I could have pushed it down the other side actually instead of pulling it forward, but I've done it now. I've done it now. When I get fed up, I'll turn it the other way. And that one can go like that, carefully. Oh, there's always one awkward one, isn't there? So that means that's going to be the front, and then the squishy back that I've just cut in there. And it's not perfect, but you know, that's my little book. So, oopsie, sorry. I want in this one, I'm going to put, and this thread I used to bind them 3 or 4 times, and I knew it wasn't going to work, but it did actually hold them in place, so I was quite pleased with that. So I'm only going to tie this around the knot. It's not going anywhere, so they're not going to fall off and get lost. They'll fall off and end up in the hoover. So for my little pot, I think I'm going to have so there's 4 of those and 4 of those, 2 of those, 4 of those. Right, so we can have that one in the middle. So we're going to have a little kind of a tray going along here. So we'll have that one in the middle, and then we'll have one of those, have one of those, and then we'll have one of those, and then we'll have one of those. So I don't want them too long, but I do like them to dangle. Oopsie, fingers are getting a bit. Am I going to double it? No, I could double the strength, couldn't I? Yep, I could do. So this is the first one, which is a little glass bead. So that just dangles, oopsie, just dangles over the edge. So if I've got a particular sketch I'm doing, I can put that into there. So that's my first one. 14 to go. Just do this really quickly. And I think these beads match quite well, so we've got this. And I mean, they're still in the kink stage because they're obviously, it's been curled up, it's wallpaper, it's been curled round. So the next one is a little pink glass bead. Whoa, it's a small hole. Oh, thank you, Kenny, thank you. My hands don't work very well now, but it's done. Right, oops, that's actually probably going to be... Oh my goodness, could not have done that any better. This is the worst thing to do when your hands are tired, is play about with thread. But it's like one of these little jobs that if you want it finished. So thanks for stopping by. I just like making things out of junk, thank you. I used to make all sorts of things, but and then I've forgotten why I don't do that anymore. Then you realise that's why you don't do it anymore. So that should just sit. Oh, it's a bit short, is that? So just so all the little beads are just going to be there, and they will hang because if again I love those white ones, the silver ones, but they were just a bit heavy and it would have caused... What did I do? Oh, I did that one, and then I did that one, and then I've got that one there, right? And I thought I would waste this, and now I've realised that I don't actually have to waste it. I think I'm just going to do them single. As I say, it's not going outside. I really like these little beads. I could not have found a better bead. Sometimes it's a good idea to put a smaller bead at the end as well. That's going to sit, that's going to look really pretty. And it is definitely going to be a desk journal. It's not going to be able to go anywhere. Somebody might have the strength to carry it outside for me. But it's definitely not going to be able to go far because it's rather huge, and I don't mind the thread sticking out. It's quite nice. It's homemade. I don't think there's anybody loony enough to work another one like this. I just wanted some big brown spaces, and I've creased some of the pages, but I didn't actually envisage putting these in, but then I thought, well, actually they're going to make quite nice landscapes. So that's what made me think I could put them in. It's a double one. I mean, you could neaten it up, you can pull the threads around the back so they're in the trapped behind the back of the spine where they're not seen, but it's not going to bother me. It's not going to bother me at all where they are. I just got to be a bit careful I don't have the beads too long. is just a bit too long. Oopsie. Oops. Got my glass of wine and I haven't got any yet. So I want the bead about there, so it's okay. They're not all going to be exact, and again, I know I don't want them to be all be exact, but they're just going to all sit. It's still a little bit. That's better. And I almost threw that cotton away, then I thought I'd save it for something. So I'm quite pleased because I didn't really want to waste it. So thanks for stopping by, guys. Hope everybody's alright. Just having a play. And then I think my hands will be too shattered to actually do anything in it, but some are a bit tighter in than others, but you know, I can't. My hands are not quite as nice. That's why I didn't do the Copic stitching. I love it, but two reasons. One is I thought I could actually take things in and out of here. Oh God, that's a bit too long. So the beads look quite pretty at the moment. And the other one is I thought, well, I may want to take some of these out and add some more pages in, so this is another good way of doing that. You can do all sorts of things once it's made. So put that, and again I don't think that's going to be long enough to, oh it will, that's going that one. So it must be nearly bedtime because the dogs are going out for the last time. And you've got deers outside? In our garden? Oh, we've got deers, baby deers outside. Wow. Don't let Alfie see those. Can't imagine what Alfie'd do with a pair of deers, but bless him. Yeah. When I was sitting, I didn't realise when I was sitting by the garden in the sun, it was actually a pond, and some not storks. I forgot what they're called. Not storks. Herons came and pierced a hole in them and burst it, but somehow all the holes are filled up and it's got kind of a bit boggy. It's always been a bit boggy, so wildlife's liked it, and now it's got a couple of foot of water in it, and it's kind of sealed itself. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh, there'll be little frogs and the birds might come and have a drink and all this, and then my daughter said, there's a snake in there. She said she thought it was Alfie with his squeaky toy squeaking, and it was a baby snake trying to kill a baby frog. And she said it just sounded like a squeaky toy, and she'd never heard that sound before, so she wondered what it was. So I thought, oh, I've been right next to there. Oh, that's good. I don't think it's only Piggles, because Piggles, well, we call her Piggles, Gigi. She's the lurcher that was shut up. They used to shut them up. They used to lock them up in a shed for weeks on end and starve them to train them to hunt for bunnies. She's the only one, but she'll kill anything except, well, she doesn't bother the cats now, but she'll kill anything. But she didn't touch the disabled bunny. She knew Thump was disabled, and she never bothered him. She was got pulverised, which she had her done, but she never bothered. Oh, this is the killing machine. Tuffy! Tuffy! Come here. This is the killer, this beautiful little kitten cat that we rescued. Hi, Tuff. She's the murderess. Come on. Meow. Come on then. She's very vocal. Come on then. Tuff. Psst, 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 psst. Tuff. Psst, psst, psst. Come on. Tuffy. Oops. Almost. This is Toffee. She's beautiful. She's very vocal, aren't you, Toffee? She's very vocal. Toff. She's been outside in the mud, so she's christened it. She's beautiful, this Toffee, but she's the murderess. Now you can go down that way, and he can't see you. Thank you. Oh my goodness me, cat. But she's beautiful, but she's the little murderess. Should you be doing that? Alfie? Alfie's got his naughty pox on. We haven't got... So there's this tiny... But she didn't say it was very... She said it was only a baby snake. It was a baby... I think it's an eel, actually, baby eel. Because she said it was grey. We have big snakes down the garden. We have snakes down the garden that live in the compost bin. And you just... When you go down there, you just kind of bang about a bit. You just make sure you make a lot of noise. But they're only grass snakes. We don't have any poisonous ones. I think they're adders, aren't they? I don't think we have any poisonous ones in the UK. But we used to have foxes down the garden. We had hedgehogs. We had hedgehogs in the greenhouse. And we had foxes on the outside of the greenhouse. Behind the greenhouse. But it's a 50-foot Victorian greenhouse, so you know, it's wasn't a did. And we've had baby deer down the garden. I'd love to go in the wild. If I was young again, I might be tempted to go to play in Alaska, in Canada, where the wild bears are. I kind of see myself as an off-gridder, because I get very cross with people. Yeah, but I don't think they're poisonous snakes. Yeah, we have snakes. We have an adder. We have an English something or other. We have grass snakes. I think we have quite a few. Come on, the only bead that's not going to want to. Come on, if you want to. Yeah, Toffee likes beautiful birds. She doesn't bother with the ugly ones. The ones that we've got lots of. All she wants to kill are beautiful, beautiful birds. She's a bad pussycat. She's a bad putty. And she doesn't eat them. She leaves them by the back door for us to oh, look, well, how good am I? No, you aren't. You've just killed something beautiful. So she's a terror. I think I've got 3 to do. And I can't play this tomorrow morning because I've got to go to the Abbey. So I'd have to wait. I don't think I want to kill anything, but I like the idea of being out there wild. I suppose if it was a case of me or the children, then it would obviously be, but I'd like to think keep out of their hair, they'll keep out of mine. And the foxes, we didn't even know they were there. They were literally a foot away from my caravan window. And it was all overgrown, and we let it just be wild, and then I decided to clear right round the caravan, and we found a den. So they were literally about a foot from the caravan, and they were in a hedge that we pass every day, and they were a foot away from us, and we never knew, and they must have been there for a long time. It was a big den. I knew they were behind the garden, but I didn't know that. I didn't think they'd move closer to the house, but they did. So that one's a bit loose, but again, I'm not partic. Oh well, this came in useful, this little piece, didn't it? That's quite good. So if I'd have thrown it away, I'd have had to buy some more. It's very strong. You can't break it with your fingers, but I would have thought it may have broken because of all the weight. And I mean, this is a junk painting journal. This is like my other one. It's just for me to play in. I'm not doing anything precious in here. It's to get me to play again, because I've forgotten how to draw and can't really paint, and I was distraught today, and I realised why I couldn't paint. I took my paintbrushes in the other room to wash. So I couldn't realise why wasn't I doing as well as I was the other day, and it's because I had the wrong paintbrushes. If you sometimes start a painting, it's always better to use the same things, just because you got the same marks, and I was getting very cross with myself because I couldn't understand why. So I shall save that bit for a rainy day because it's quite good cotton. I do my Copic binding with this. Copic stitching, all my binding I do with crochet, fine crochet, because binding stuff is expensive and the wax thread is horrendously expensive, so I use crochet thread, and you can't break it with your fingers, and I find it perfectly alright for binding. I've never had it snap yet. And if it does snap, it doesn't snap, but if you run out with your binder, all you do is you just attach it and hide it in a page. You hide it in one of the pages and carry on. Well, I think that looks really pretty, and again I've used old beads and old jewellery. So they're not to hang over the edge. They are technically supposed to be little bookmarks for every signature. So that one's that one. That one's that one. Now, come on, stop being awkward. That one's that one. That one's that one. That one's that one. So I thought they were really pretty. Oopsie. All pretty beads. So I'm cross about the kink in that one, but if I actually put something else on it, it'll be fine. I'll take it off and put it back on. So that's my little sketchbook. Really like the beads. So if I was drawing, the beads just sit there, so they're not doing anything. Technically they're at the bottom, but they're not going to do anything. They're not in the way. So I'm going to have a drop of my favourite wine, which is the secretary, and it's a secretary bird. It's quite nice, and it's nearly bedtime, so I just have a drop, half a glass of that. So it's been quite an epic day today. I've done quite a lot. I've got that kink in that side, and there isn't a kink in that side. So that's goodness. So cheers everybody. Oh gosh. So you can manoeuvre it with the thing, but I wouldn't envisage picking it up. Hi Suzanne. Yes. Oh, Alfie's just jumped up. He heard your name. Alfie. Did we say Suzanne's here? No, he's just sat like a little sausage. Yes, Suzanne, I wanted to record my little book. So that's the painting one, and that's the sketching one. And as you can see, it's a bit bigger. So I've got some photographs in the back of here that I think I want to take out. So I'm going to take these out of here. And I think I'm going to put them in the other ones. This is for sketching. Oopsie. So I've got these little beads on this one, and they're kind of dangly, so I quite like those. So there should be one in there. So the idea is when I do start to work in them, which I haven't done, I'm supposed to put the bookmark in them. So I've done a couple of things in this one, but I think the other one is going to be more kind of painting, I think. Yes, we've had it. Well, we haven't now, but we did have a storm. Yeah, we've had a couple of storms. We've had a couple of storms, I think. And so I like that. That's just the gouache, so I like that. I think I do another one of those as well. Oh, that's the butterfly, and that's a sketch that I did of Samantha. This is my crazy butterfly with his proboscis out, look, having a drink. And he did exactly the same thing yesterday while I was outside. Exactly the same thing happened. A butterfly landed on my desk when I was making this book. So that's going to have to sit somewhere. So that's one little book. Oh my goodness. So I can't wait to start playing in this one. It's going to be good fun. And I also have some room for landscapes because I've put the smaller pieces in between. So instead of having 7 signatures, I've got 14 signatures. But the size reminds me of when we were kids. We had wallpaper books that you flipped through, and I've got all my little beads that I found that matched, so really like that. And when you're working in it, it's flat. Oops, see, head goes one way, glass of wine goes another. So this is going to be really good for drawing in, painting in. A really nice size, but I'm having a well-deserved rest. Shattered now. Alfie, you've been a good boy. Come here, you've got your lead on, come here. He's got his new lead on as the elf master. So that's my little thing. Thank you.